Ian Nash is going to read from the book The Alchemist. Have you guys ever read the book The Alchemist? Yeah, right? Banned and challenged. Or at least Ian's going to tell us a story about how it's been banned and or challenged.
Thanks for letting me go early. I took a break from class to come real quick, and I gotta be back by 5. So I picked the book The Alchemist. I was looking for a book that was banned, and then I didn't think this book was banned, but I just decided to put it in the database because Jenny said you never know. And it turns out The Alchemist is banned. Actually, this writer, all of his books are banned in Iran. And then I was researching it, and I have a friend in Iraq, so I started researching it last night. And I guess the editor of this book, a video came out of him saving a female Iranian student who was shot during a post-presidential protest. So after word got out and they asked for his opinion, and they found out that him and the editor were an advocate of equal rights and so forth, they decided to ban all of his books in Iran. For those of you that don't know much about Iran, men have a little more rights than women, but it's about I think 66% of women deal with domestic abuse in Iran. And I believe that I'm a huge fan of soccer, so I know a lot of the women of Iran can't leave the country without their husband's permission. So it's a very controlled type of country. So I just felt it was interesting because this was the only book I found where it wasn't banned because of the content. It was banned because of the writer's personal beliefs. And I also think it's important to show that they didn't have the bystander effect and that they actually felt that they truly believed in what was going on. And they took the steps, and even though their book was banned, they still, I feel too many people just sit back and don't do things when bad things are going on. So I think it was really interesting that these writers actually took that into their own hands. And I like this book because when I read it when I was a teenager, there was one passage that always, all right, I got 35 seconds, cool. Because it's not love to be static like the desert, nor it is love to roam the world like the wind. And it's not love to see everything from a distance, like you do. Love is a force that transforms and improves the soul of the world. When I first reached through to it, I thought the soul of the world was perfect. But later, I could see that it was like all other aspects of creation. It had its own passions and wars. It is we who nourish the soul of the world, and the world we live in will be either better or worse, depending on whether we become better or worse. And that's where the power of love comes in, because I think this is most important, because when we love, we always strive to become better than we are. So yeah, that's the book I chose. Cool. Thank you.